to the back more.
I'm just kidding. Are we recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time.
Well, I'm like, wait. Dun, dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so if you are currently watching this, it is the 4th of July, as I like to refer to as Thanksgiving, and you're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you lost the war. But the lease is over like in 8 years, so
You're hilarious.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves, just like flies. Look out, here comes a Spider-Man.
Spot of Nerd here with Senorita Valerie.
There's not enough.
We have the sequel to the first Spider-Man Homecoming, and what did you think?
I thought it was really well done.
P.S. We will probably spoiler
Yes.
this a little bit, so if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home,
Firm.
if you haven't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, or even Avengers Endgame, you should probably look away.
Yeah, like it's a little unique. I like that. They didn't do the typical. It's not typical.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very similar to the first film. This is just a fun film.
It is a fun. Yeah,
We've
it's
had
just like a
Endgame, which is just, it was emotionally draining. It was just, we wrap up the entire multiverse, not the multiverse, we wrap up the entire cinematic universe of Marvel. But Far From Home was a good kind of, here's a little break, and then we'll now move on into the future of the Marvel universe. I thoroughly enjoyed the visuals in this film. Mysterio is a bad guy. In the trailers, they portray him as like a new Avenger. He's a bad guy. He's one of the arch nemesis of Spider-Man, which we even saw in Homecoming with the Vulture. What they did visually in this film was fantastic, where Mysterio is playing tricks with Peter Parker and Spider-Man to kind of get him out of the picture. I thought it was just beautifully done. Like, he is literally messing with Peter's brain to where even Peter is like, with Happy, he's like, Happy, tell me something, you know, that I know, only you know, and nobody else, because he's literally afraid of, he doesn't know what's real and what's not real. Like, I loved how they did that.
It is kind of a mind fuck in that sense.
Yeah.
You're like, even I think the movie watchers are trying to, at points, figure out what are we looking at with actually reality versus not.
Yeah, I say the only thing I would say on a downside to this film, I wasn't really buying Jake.
I told you that last night.
But even I wasn't still.
Oh.
Like, again, Jake Gyllenhaal, I mean, I guess he was okay, but he didn't really give me a lot of baddie vibes. The way they portrayed his character, minus the Mysterio factor, was kind of, I mean, I'll be honest, it was a little lame. He just had this fish tank on his head, and then he controls drones that
agreed.
project holographic images.
Yeah, I would
You
say
know?
he didn't sell his character.
It was very dollar store-esque
Yeah.
bad guy.
But I will say that this film makes me love the Spider-Man.
Tom Holland, seriously.
Tom Holland, like, makes you love him so much more.
Debate
I
us
mean,
as much as you want,
Yeah.
as much as you want. Tom Holland owns this role
Yes.
as Spider-Man. I don't care if you liked. There's been two Spider-Mans before.
Yeah.
I forget their names. You know who I'm talking about. Tom Holland. He's the young. He's the quirky. He's new into this. He's Peter
Yeah.
Tingle.
You have to go watch it.
Go
to
watch it, because
understand
again,
what we're saying.
there's humor where it needs to be. It was a solid story. Again, I like how they had a little bit of a parody after the fact that Endgame had just happened. So you've had the blip,
They
5
did
years.
that nicely.
You know, we
Yeah.
don't need it to be very serious, and we don't need it to be sappy. But it was just very much like, hey,
right
so
amount.
all this happened, everybody died, and now we're moving on.
Yeah,
you know?
they sprinkled in the right amount of let's remember what happened with Avengers, and then let's get on with
and
the
let's
story.
get on with the story.
And the remembrance of Tony Stark was done well in this film, I think.
And I like the battle that he has, like Peter Parker has.
I do,
because
yeah, as-
he's alone right now.
Mhm.
Thor is off world. Captain Marvel's likely not even there. The Hulk, Lord knows what he's doing. Doctor Strange, he's gone. Peter is on his own. Shit's still going down in the world. He's trying to figure out where his place is.
Right.
And I really like that because, again, you can have a good story, funny, typical Peter Parker, fun and games, but at the same time, he is trying to figure out what his place is.
Mhm.
He's 16 years old. He's got these superpowers. He's the Spider-Man.
Well, and it's kind of relatable.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want a real
Yeah, I just want to
a
enjoy
normal
myself.
life right now.
I want to go be with the
Yeah.
girl I like. I want to be with my friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm an Avenger. I'm like one of the only Avengers left, and Tony Stark literally gave me his ability in terms of with the glasses. You know, like he gave me all his
Gave it
power.
a gift.
So it's just, again, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the way they kind of brought it all together, I thought was fantastic. If anything, it was just as good, if not better, than the first Spider-Man film.
I would agree with that. I think my favorite scene was when he finds Happy and they get on the airplane.
Yeah.
And I love that airplane scene. I love the emotion because you can literally like feel when he gets upset, and then he also gets the suit. It's just such a great scene. I think it was so real, and I actually loved Happy's character in this.
Yeah,
movie.
because I mean, Cappy's kind of now the Jedi Master in terms of helping Peter out, where it's like, you know, Tony wouldn't have chosen you for a reason. The only thing I would say, I don't think they should have done anything different. What blew me away a little bit was the end credit scenes. I was definitely, I'm like, oh, where are you guys gonna go with this? If you haven't seen the film yet, obviously look away. Spider-Man is portrayed via Mysterio as the bad guy, as the one that wants to destroy the world. Spider-Man has never been portrayed as the bad guy, you know.
And then even the very last scene.
Oh, and even the last scene. So you've got the Skrulls, who
the
technically are Nick Fury in the film. So Nick Fury is on vacation. All the trailer stuff you see about Nick Fury, not Nick Fury. He's on vacation. I mean, it is kind of funny because they're like, yeah, so basically shit hit the fan, but everything's fine now, but you should come back. Trying to wrap it up is, I love the way this film, it's now 5 years later after the blip. Spider-Man is technically the only Avenger available, and what do we do now? You know, there's this whole multiverse out there. We haven't technically been exposed to it yet, but we kind of have. There's all these different worlds, there's all these different aliens.
That's
like,
what keeps you on the edge.
where are we gonna go now? Where you take it from here in terms of a story, nobody has a clue. And I love that, because that's exactly why they do this. And that's exactly why they're rich as hell.
And how many people think that he should cosplay Spider-Man?
I mean, I've got the perfect body for it.
He does. He would be so amazing as Spider-Man.
Shooting the sticky white stuff everywhere.
Oh my god. Some webs.
We could go down such a bad gutter. Such a bad
That's
gutter.
why everybody loves us.
Sticky white stuff. My Peter Tingle.
Oh
Oh,
god.
it'll be so
well,
amazing.
the whole movie.
So
is
amazing.
basically- That was all from the movie though.
Exactly. So, with that being said, we're less than 2 weeks away. Comic-Con is less than 2 weeks away. Please stay tuned. We are going to have a fantastic time. The event starts literally July 17th. I will be for preview night down at the San Diego Convention Center. Keep your eyes peeled. We got lots of great stuff, content, videos,
Yeah, we want
pictures.
you to interact. as we
Tell
go.
us, yeah, what do you want to
videos.
see? If you've heard about something and you want us to go check it out, let us know. I'd love to, you know. Until then, folks,
Please subscribe. Please don't sing.
we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Don't stress it. We just want the original 13. You know, the original 13 colony. You can keep the rest. No, we don't need Alaska.
He's hilarious.
Yeah.
But we do. We have friends in Alaska.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying we don't need it. It's just.
Drop kick.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.